Hey there, gold makers. This is Reckles with Want2Buy Gold, and today we're going to be taking a look at how to get more Frostweave cloth than you know what to do with. Specifically, we're going to be going over the top 5 places to farm Frostweave cloth, and the tips and tricks you need to know to farm them effectively. So, let's get into it. So, the first place is everyone's favorite. Everyone talks about it. There's lots of guides about this place, and honestly, it's not that good. Now, the first place I'm going to show you are the converted heroes out in Icecrown Glacier, right in the center of the map. Now, these guys were originally a really good farm, but they were such a good farm that they got overfarmed and Blizzard nerfed them, and they aren't really that good anymore. And beyond that, as you can see, there is often competition. In fact, in my 3-hour testing of this spot, I never went more than 25 minutes without someone coming in and competing with me. And as you can see, when there's competition here, you don't get any cloth from this spot. It's horrible. The most I got on a per hour basis was about 450 cloth per hour. So this spot has the potential of about 750 cloth per hour, but in reality, it never lives up to that. So it's often farmed. These guys, when you kill them, they have a debuff that slows you, so that gets kind of annoying. You feel like you're always moving too slowly. It's just kind of an annoying farm. I don't really like it. But mentioning a spot that's been nerfed, this is just kind of an aside. Don't bother going over to the Fleshworks. This used to be a spot once upon a time that you could farm. You could kill the summoned soldiers and risen soldiers because these guys were the dream for cloth farmers. As you can see, they just insta-spawn. It's absolutely insane. Like, as quickly as you can kill them again, and an infinite number respawn. But unfortunately, they drop nothing but a couple silver now. So don't bother going here. The second spot I want to show you is the Cathedral of Darkness. To get there, start looking at the entrance to ICC, turn right, and there's a second set of stairs, and just go in there. Now there's a bunch of pews in here, and there are packs of 4 mobs. Now, pro tip, if you ever want to find a great spot for farming mats, look on power level forums, because that's where you'll find the highest mob density of low health mobs. And this is one of those spots. These guys used to have a really fast respawn rate. That respawn rate was nerfed, but it takes you about 1 minute to round them up. They have a 2-minute respawn rate, and they drop an average of about 40 cloth per set of mobs. So every 3 minutes, you get 40 cloth. So that comes out to about 800 cloth per hour. And what I like about this is that you do have some downtime. So if you have a second monitor and you feel like watching some YouTube videos or reading a book or something, you can do that and wait for them to respawn and still be farming, and it's not a constant kill while you're farming. If you think that spot would absolutely bore you to tears and you want something a little bit more exciting, then head up to the northern part of Icecrown to Aldu'thar, and there you're going to be killing the cult Alchemists. This is more inclined for ranged classes, people who can instacast, and you're going to be getting about 846 cloth per hour here. These guys, I remember seeing a video on this a long time ago, and I never tried it out because I just thought it would have gotten insta-nerfed as soon as the video came out, because it was just too good. These guys are part of a quest. If you know anything about quest mobs, they have to respawn as soon as you kill them all. And so you just kill them all, and they all keep popping up, and they're all in a really close vicinity. So you just start at one end of this little courtyard, and you run to the other end, and you kill them all, and you run to the other end. And so if you're a warlock or a priest or a mage, you are good to go. The only problem with this is that you have to make sure you loot at least semi-regularly every 2 or 3 minutes. Have a timer running so you don't forget to loot. The next spot is a dungeon. This is Pit of Saron. To get here, you start looking at ICC again, and you head towards ICC and slightly to the right. Fly up, and there is a balcony up there. Head into that little stairwell. There are 3 trellises, I think they're called. You actually have to do the first dungeon on your left first to gain access to the Pit of Saron. But it's a quick one, just run on through. Now, what this dungeon is known for is battered hilt farming. And what people normally do is pull the entire first floor, all of the mobs, and kill them all. What we're going to be doing is just pulling this first little courtyard, killing them all, and then resetting in about 1 minute 30 seconds. So we're going to be getting 10 runs in 15 minutes. Alright? We're going to have to hustle, but these guys drop this one little courtyard in 1 minute 30 seconds, 43 cloth. So in 15 minutes, we're going to be getting 430 cloth. And if we're lucky, we're going to be getting a battered hilt worth 2,000 to 10,000 gold. So to do this run, as soon as you enter the instance, run straight through the first guy. Go ahead and ignore the second guy. He'll pull. Make a beeline to the last pack at the edge of the courtyard. Then you're going to turn around and pretty much just run straight for the skeleton at the other end of the courtyard. And everything else is going to chain pull along your way. Turn around and run back to the first mob so everything groups up. Then just AoE everything down and you're good to go. I know it's not fair to put a per hour on this, but just to put this in perspective, if you could do 40 runs, this would be 1,700 cloth per hour. Now, the 5th spot we're going to be going over is the Savage Lodge. Now, this spot is also completely broken. We're going to be killing Mjordin Combatants. I don't know how to say that. I'll put it up on the screen. This spot, if you couldn't do Aldu'thar because you were, let's say, a warrior tailor, this is better for melee. These guys are also quest mobs, so they insta-spawn. And one of the funny things, if you don't kill them, if you just attack them, they'll like leap at your face. So you can actually use that to your advantage if you have like Death and Decay and you're not super overgeared. You can like put that down at a couple spots and like tag them. I don't know. Use your abilities to your advantage and like tag a few of them and get them all in one spot and then AoE them down. This is a great spot. This got about 800 cloth per hour. So there, as you can see, these are all really good spots. It's all unique depending on what you need, what you want, how you want to farm. So, to sum up, never do converted heroes because they're stupid and you've got competition and it's slow and it's boring, blah. Always do Pit of Saron because it's not only crazy, but you can get battered hilts and that's an added bonus that can make you a lot of gold. Beyond that, if you want to watch YouTube videos, go to Cathedral of Darkness. If you are a dot class or a ranged class, go to Aldu'thar. If you are a melee class, go to Savage Lodge. Okay? Now, I actually also wanted to show you a bonus spot. Now, this is kind of a PSA for Blizzard in a way because this spot was actually hotfixed. It's not supposed to be there. And it's about as close to breaking the terms of service as you can get because you have to do some finagling to make it work. What you have to do, these mobs are not supposed to spawn. They, once you kill them, they're supposed to stay dead. But you can do some trickery to make them spawn again. We're going to be farming the mutated grubs and the plague bats that are directly after you kill Hoth in the plague quarter. So what you do to get the 10-man mobs to spawn. You set Naxxramas to 25-man. You go in and kill 25-man Hoth. You kill the 25-man mutated grubs and plague bats. Then you leave the instance. You set the instance to 10-man. Then you reset all instances. Then you go back in. All the beginning trash will be dead, and Hoth will be dead, but the plague bats and the mutated grubs will be alive and will be on 10-man. You can kill them, then you can leave the instance, you can reset the instance, and the trash will be back up. Now, if you went in and you killed Hoth on 10-man, and you killed the bats and the grubs on 10-man, and then you left the instance, and you reset it, and you went back in, they would be dead, and they would stay dead. So this is not intended. This is clever use of game mechanics. Now, if you wanted the 25-man to happen, you would go in on 10-man, kill him on 10-man, leave the instance, set it to 25-man, reset the instance, go in, kill the bugs, leave the instance, set it to 10-man, set it back to 25-man, and reset the instance. So every time you want to reset the instance, you have to set it to 10 and then set it back to 25 if you want the 25-man bugs. But the drop rate is the same on 25-man and 10-man for cloth. Now, for this run for Naxxramas, you get 79 cloth on average per run, and each run takes between 3 minutes and 3 minutes 30 seconds on my priest. I don't know about other classes, but each class moves about the same speed. Everyone has speed boosts, and in a race, everyone ends up at the destination at about the same time. So, what's the most cloth you could get in an hour? If you farmed up over at Nax and got your 790 cloth there, and then headed over to Aldu'thar and finished up half an hour there and got 420 cloth from that, you would get over 1,200 cloth in just 1 hour of farming. That's almost 250 bolts of Frostweave cloth. That's absolutely absurd. So, I hope you enjoyed. Remember that in the end, the secret of making gold is just to search, craft, post every day. Have a good one, guys. They are a rare spawn. They're not quite as rare as some of the other whelplings that have dropped, according to the couple hours that I spent mining in here. I farmed up 4 of them over the course of about 2 hours, and I killed about 2,000 mobs in that crafted transmog out there. It's really rare, and honestly, it's a pain to farm. To know why, though, let's look at Burning Crusade ore spawns. In BC, you had 2 base nodes.